David,
Yeah.
I romanticize life a lot,
Okay.
like a whole lot. And I scroll through Instagram, say I wake up in the morning. I feel guilty to say this, that the first thing I do is just scroll through Instagram.
Trust me, most of the world is like that.
Yeah. And I see all of this, say like get ready with me video, or just a couple making a video about how they wake up, their day-to-day life.
Yeah.
And I'm drawn in, I'm attracted to that, I like it. I just feel like, oh, I want my life to be like this. But I never for once paused to think that these people actually set up a camera and they're just acting all these things. You don't think about that. You're seeing it and then you feel like, oh, this is real life. It's not. They actually set up a camera to, perform this thing. This thing. But you don't think about it when you see it. And I'm thinking this thing has so much impact because if you're not careful, it gives you this fictional idea of life that, oh, this is how life is supposed to be. And if your life is not like this, then there's something wrong with you. That's how much content, yes, that's how much impact content can make. And I just, talking to you now, I just want to know that how, when you're making your videos, what goes through your mind? Like, do you think about how you want people to feel, what you want them to feel, and how you want them to receive what you're putting out?
I would say it's like a range of emotions, or range of feelings, or a range of things that I feel answer that question. And I think it varies from video to video. So there's some videos I make solely because I want people to watch it and just be happy. Right. There are some that I make because I have something I want to get off my chest. There's some that I make in the moment, like I'm just in front of my camera and the words just come. But I think the core of everything is I want anybody who encounters any piece of art that I make to feel seen. And to, in some way, create something that allows them to be at peace with themselves or the world around them.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. You write music, right?
Yeah. Yes, please, I do. I do.
You sing?
Yeah, I make music, yes.
So, a couple years back,
Yeah.
I used to lead worship in church. That was you say my safe space. And I think there was one time I told myself that, see, if I have nothing else to do in life, and there's this ministry I used to follow, International House of Prayer, and they do this 2 to 4 hours. Yeah,
I know them.
I will just stay on.
Wait, what's her name? She had dreads.
Mr. Edwards.
Missy Edwards.
Yeah.
Yes, I love Missy Edwards.
Yeah. So, I mean, I watched this thing, I'm like, this is just what I want to do with my life. Like, I just want to abandon myself in the tabernacle and just sing all day and listen. So I think during that period, I'd written something, wrote a song, and I just left it. Then there was a day I was going through my Bible and I saw the lyrics. I sang the song and it blessed me so much. Like I was literally like this crying. Like I wrote this. So how much of your content, do you consume your own content? Does your content bless you? Do you allow them to bless you too? And not just, oh, you're putting out there, it's just for people. Because as much as people need to be blessed and be impacted by your content, you also need it.
Yeah.
Do you consume your stuff?
So I would say that I really started making stuff for me.
Right.
Like just for me. Not to sound somehow, but the people are like they are the aftermath.
Yeah.
It blessing the people is like an aftermath to it, because my first video that I made for myself, by myself, was after, sorry, meeting an old flame from uni, like from first year uni. And we met at my cousin's wedding, and it was like, wait. Plenty questions in my head on who I am, what I'm about, what am I doing right now? Is this really what I expect of my life? And everybody's getting married. Just so many questions in my head, and I just set up my camera and yapped in front of it, up to a point where it was more or less like me. This is something that I recently found out, and it's verbal processing. Some people are verbal processors. Like, one of the ways they process things is to talk about it.
Yeah.
And I think I'm one of those people. Of course, I can process things in here. Even with that, I realized that for the longest time, when I'm processing things by myself, I'm speaking out loud. Like, I'm talking to myself as if I am, it's like a dialogue. Like, I am also the one on the other end and I'm talking. So it makes it easier for me to like process things. I started with that. The first video I think it did really well on TikTok. It's probably still pinned on my TikTok. And it was about this. And the resolution that I came to from that was that because it feels familiar, doesn't mean it's good for you.
Right.
Because you see something and it looks like the best thing you ever had. Or it looks like close to the best thing does not mean it's the best for you. That was the resolution that came from that, and it really helped me. And I always like to think that if I watch it and it means something to me, it definitely will mean something to somebody else. At least one more person, and that's all that matters. So yeah, I watch my stuff. Sometimes I go back to watch them again. Sometimes I feel like I even put them online so that I can go back and watch them and be like, yeah, you said this so you cannot act like a chicken.
I was telling you earlier about the video you made where you're talking about blocking the person. And the moment I saw it, I was like, yes, this is all the validation I need to block this person. And I blocked the person because I'm like, no, I can't give you this much access to my life and then you're just messing with my head. So it makes a lot of sense. And I can imagine how many people are out there that you're probably, because they say this thing that some people not everybody goes to church, right? Like, you are I don't like to say it because it doesn't make sense that you are the Bible. You are in Bible, that's what people read. Some people watch your content and they feel like that's all they need to run their life, which is crazy the way the world has become, because they feel like just because you see something on social media, it makes sense to you, then you have to like build your life on that. It puts pressure on the content creator because you feel like you just need to make sense all the time. Do you feel pressured?
Yes and no. So it's pressure, yes and no. Like, pressure in the sense of I have to make stuff that
resonates with
people. Not really.
You just make your stuff.
I feel like make stuff that resonates with me.
Okay.
I think the only reason why I might ever worry about that is for the sake of it being commercial.
Right.
Because in the end, I was speaking with this lady. I was at a book launch yesterday, and I met this lady who's a therapist, and she was talking about my work. It's like, yeah, she really loves what I'm doing, and that when it comes to her work, she's always thinking of, if just one person that really needs to see this,
Right.
that's what that counts. I like to think the same way too, but when you're in the creative economy, the more eyes you have on what you're doing, the better. And you sometimes might get caught in wanting to be more commercial. You want to reach more people. And it can be very funny. That's when the only time I can see that, okay, there's like pressure.
Pressure. That will take me to the next. Like, I feel like people gauge your content based on virality. Like, how, okay, this content went viral and all that. That when you're posting or when you're making your content, do you think about virality? Like, I want this to go viral. I want this to go viral. Do you think about that?
Sometimes. So there's certain videos that I make, when the ideas come to me, I know that, okay, this video is going to go viral. This video is going to do at least this number. And if it doesn't, so maybe something went wrong, maybe it's the time I posted or something, like you just know. There's certain ideas that you know will get you numbers. Yeah. But there's some ideas that you know that, okay, this is not going to get you numbers. Right. So why do you post it? It's mostly because you know, okay, there's somebody out there that needs to hear this. I don't know if that answers
But
the question.
So are you trying to say that now the goal is the numbers?
No, the goal is not the numbers. So what is the goal? The goal is not just the numbers.
It's part of the number. Part of the goal.
This is not that deep. But
this is deep.
I like to think of it this way. If it will help one person, right, there's a chance that it will help 10 people.
Right.
If it will help 10 people, there's a chance it will help 100 people. If it will help 100 people, there's a chance it will help 1,000. There's a chance. And one thing I always told myself, that I try to do to separate myself from the high that comes with virality, is that sometimes a video needs to perform on a certain scale for it to reach the person that needs it.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Let's give an example now. Let's say, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I guess you.
Maybe the video needs to pass through, like, one person has to share to another person that shares that, another person that shares it to get the person who needs it. Yeah. These are the images I paint in my mind. But numbers are good. We need to stop this thing where we make numbers feel like they're like thing. Numbers are good.
Yeah, they are good.
But when you are doing really good stuff, the more number of people that see it, the better. Right. For being honest. But we shouldn't really tie our value to the numbers. But I like to think that the numbers can be a reflection of your value.
Of your value.
Can be.
Okay. But
it's not always the case.
That makes sense. For my personal journey, I've written, which I think is still one of the best, to me is the best story I've created. But it didn't do well. And it affected me so much. Because I feel like this should make 5 million views. But it didn't do well. Of course, there are other factors, and I didn't even know how much it affected me, because I felt like I'd created something that was beyond me. I felt like I poured out myself, but it didn't do well. And it shows, that kind of just revealed how much of identity we tied to
External factors. Yeah.
Do you get, have you ever experienced that, like, where you put out something, you feel like, this is the best thing after sliced bread, like this is my best work, and then it turns out that you're disappointed?
So maybe because of how I create,
right,
more often than not, the stuff that I make are things that, should I say, I already regard as important. Like, the fact, when I first started with YouTube, one of the things that excited me about my stuff was the fact that I made it. Like, I made this. Like, I don't know anything about video editing, and somehow I sat down with this and I was able to figure this out. So, KD, you did this. Or there's this thought in your head, you've been thinking of how to put it give language to it. And you did that, and you watch it, and it perfectly communicates what you've always wanted to say. And you put it up like, this is great. So I feel like the pressure now comes in, the pressure that comes from wanting this and wanting that is mostly external for me. And I remember one time I went for this event and I met Temmie, creator, is also a lawyer. I was my senior in school. And he said something to me. He said, KD, you're going to get high from these numbers.
Right.
Like, you're going to get drunk on them. And there'll be a time when you will not have them like you're having them right now. Don't let it shake you.
Right.
You would sink, but pull yourself back up. When he said, I'm sure if I was just even saying it and not thinking of it as a big deal, but I heard those words, and when I had the season where my numbers just declined, and I was about to be like, my career is over, I've fallen off. Like, maybe the shooting star effect, so you just come, boom, and next thing, boom, you're gone. One hit wonder type thing. And I remember what he said. I was like, okay, Katie, you can't allow yourself to be driven by these numbers. And one thing I'm so grateful for is I get to see people communicate with me the impact of my work. Or like I get people send me messages say, oh my God, I really needed this. And as somebody who has had seasons in his life where I needed somebody to tell me what I needed to hear. For example, there's an artist I really love, Amanda Cook.
Yeah.
I probably tagged her on one thing once in 2023 that she replied to. That she just like, ha ha ha, somebody knows me so well. Right. Amanda replied, I was crying. It was probably the only interaction I've ever had with her. Right. And I can tell you that this woman's work, from YouTube videos, conversations to music, has really helped me as a human being, even be here, though. And I sometimes just imagine some of her projects that I know that didn't perform as well as the other ones. Yeah. And I just wonder, like, if Amanda didn't drop this like this now, I won't. If she was using this one did not do so well.
Right? So how would you be able to consume?
Yeah. And also, I like to think that as artists, there is always going to be that desire to create, and to just make stuff, and we should honor that desire because God has put it in there, and we should always honor it. So even though you're not getting numbers you want, keep creating, because when the time is right for you to get the results you desire, if you stop now, you will never get there. I don't know.
That makes a lot of sense. And speaking of Amanda Cook, a favorite song of mine is the one on the album Starlight. I love Starlight so much. I feel that song. I love
Starlight helped me get out of depression, actually.
Right. Yeah.
I remember downloading Starlight in 2017. This is one of the craziest years of my life. I think it came out in 2018. I'm not sure. That period. So the bridge that goes, there's no hard to sing. There's a space between you and I. You are closer than the very oxygen I'm breathing in. Like, you just know that. It just helps you realize how close God was and God is to me in that moment. I would play that song again and again and again. Yeah, I love Starlight. You know, she wrote most of the songs on that album.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so for content creators, I don't envy you guys, because I feel like you need a lot of applause to keep going. And there's a saying that if you live by the applause of others, of people, you will die by their criticism. Have you ever been criticized in a way that made you feel like, what thing they do self? Like,
I'd like to see that anybody love on light side of Instagram, right? Mostly. Like, it's mostly sunshine and rainbow on my own end. Everybody is nice, but there are times when people would leave really, really mean comments. But the sweet part about it is, I was bullied for most of my childhood. Right. So, and even childhood into adulthood self, you'll see you feel that you look like hunger. They'll tell you have black like charcoal. They say, why is your voice tiny? I don't think there's any possible thing anybody will say to me on the internet now that I have not heard in real life from people that I respect.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. You know, people that you look up to and respect being the ones who are saying the mean stuff. And it's just you learn to function in the midst of all of it. So when I see some of them, I'm like, it doesn't make it less hurtful, but I like to just think that I'm just blessed and graced by God to be able to function in some of these spaces. But then again, I have people in my life that tell me what is true.
Right.
You get, like, even when the internet telling me, oh my God, yes, great. They're the ones that will say, hey, calm down. And when the internet say like, no, you're the worst, you come and tell you, that was good.
Yeah.
like that was good. You're on the right track. So the internet is the mob.
Yeah.
They will do whatever they like. You should have your own people, have your own ecosystem that keeps what you have inside you alive. Yeah. So yeah.
I mean, going back to virality, I think that a lot of young content creators that are trying to
I'm one of the young content creators. I'm just one of the also ones. Like I actively started creating on Insta and all the platforms 2023.
Okay. So let me
So I'm young. Yeah. I'm young.
Let's tell ourselves.
From what I've been doing this since 2019.
Don't play. So I mean, still speaking about virality, there's that need to for you say you're not a young creator.
I'm a young creator.
You say you're a young creator. Yeah. Fine. For people,
I'm not a young artist because as an artist I've been creating, but like as a content creator on the internet, I'm pretty
So for creators who haven't really done
I'm a young artist. I'm just not as young as my content creator side. Just making things clear. Yeah.
Right. For people, for creators who haven't really done anything or who just started, there's a need to feel like if I don't attain some level of virality, then I'm not making sense. I'm not making sense.
Making sense, or you're not successful?
I like to think it kind of like is intertwined.
Both?
Yeah.
Because I think what makes you make sense is not whether people like or a lot of people see what you're doing.
You think this way. Not everybody feel this way.
No. There are people that live in Oshogbo that are beautiful, that they have like beautiful faces and should be on cover of Vogue. Right. They are beautiful, they are in Oshogbo. They know they are beautiful. Their family members know they are beautiful. Because the whole world is not singing their praise as the most beautiful girl in the world, does not mean that what they are is not true.
True, yeah.
Right? The person who is on Vogue is beautiful, but they have the praise of the entire world. Doesn't make their beauty more or of greater value than the person who is not seen. I feel like being seen is just, it's just being seen. It can help you convert your value, the value that you have as a person or what you can give to other things. It can make converting it easier. You get being seen. Yeah. But it doesn't make you, the gold in the soil, it's still gold compared to the gold that is
already refined.
Yes. It's just maybe the fact that it has been refined now increases its value because it has been discovered. Right. So it doesn't make it less gold than the one in the soil. Right. So being discovered and being in the face of people can help, which is why we are constantly posting and telling people, put yourself out there. Even if it's just getting 10 views, still post it. Still put yourself out there. So yeah.
So where do you draw the line of how much you share? And this is on the final note. Where do you draw the line about how much? Because some people feel like they need to share so much so that people can. There's no line to it, to what they share. Like they feel like they need to put themselves out there and just be vulnerable. Like how much? Where do you draw the line? Like this is I can't go beyond this. We're having a conversation earlier where you said that people see you on social media and they feel like they know you.
Yeah.
And actually, you don't.
Right.
So where do you draw the line?
Okay, so two perspectives I want to share from. The first one is on what you share, and the other one is on the parts of you that you share. So I'm going to quote somebody that I really admire. He said something. He gave language to this in a very beautiful way. He said, "Don't share from the wound.
Right.
Share from the healing." What has healed. Like ensure that whatever you're putting out there is something that has, like you can share from what you've learned from the experience, but not while you're in it. Because let's be honest, there may be somebody who doesn't agree with, who's not going to take your side. Imagine you're fighting with somebody now, you come on the internet like, this happened to me, and you are still dealing with that, and somebody now says something like, it's your fault. No. Oh, go and kill yourself. Because people say many things. So when you're in the middle of that, you don't want to do that. You don't want to share. So I try to ensure that when I'm sharing, I'm trying to be vulnerable. It's still vulnerable, even though I'm sharing from
the healed
part. Yes, because it's still a touchy subject. Even though I've moved on from, I've healed from it, from healing from it. It's not as sensitive, but because it's a sensitive issue, people can still connect with it.
So,
And on the subject of the parts of you that you share, there's this I'm going to try my best to give language to this. There's this guy, Gary V, and he said one thing. I'm going to try my best to articulate this to the best of my ability. Is you can actually share about a part of your life without giving people detail.
all right.
All people need is enough information for them to connect with you as a human being.
Right.
For example, now you can, how do I say this? You can talk about the struggles of being a father. So I made a video about the first time I saw my dad cry, that it was very terrifying to see. I described what that feeling was like. Because I shared the fact that I've seen my daddy cry. Right. What made my daddy cry? I didn't share. When that was, I didn't share. So it's possible to share about things, which is, I'll tell you one thing I do. I'm a lot better at it now. But when I just started creating, I would say everything to the camera, and in post I'm like, if they hear this, they'll kill me. If they hear this, my mom will fight. If they hear this, this will cause fights. This, people know my house address from this part, take this out. So like I edit with the mind of, so we can, in sharing, you can actually do that mentally, right? Because I've gotten better at it now. I know how to do that in my head. Yeah, but it's possible. And it's also this thing where someone was saying this necessary. It's also this thing where you have certain parts of your life where you decide that you're not sharing this with the world for the sake of your own sanity, really. There's some people who would never show you what their apartment looks like. Right. They would never ever show their apartment looks like. People will never show you their kids. And people will never show you what their partners look like or who their partner is for the sake of what works for them. So people will show their children their entire house, but you never know where the house is. Yeah. Some people can afford to show you all of that and let you know where the house is because they know that they have enough security in case anything wants to happen. They have guys that can finish you if you try to come to their house. Yeah. Because they have the security detail for that. So it all depends on you and what you are able to do. Don't copy anybody. Know what works for you and
I'm gonna end this with my favorite quote from my favorite show, One Tree Hill. It says, your art matters is what got me here. Someone was telling someone that created art, and then he went on to tell her that your art matters. It's what got me here. Like your art saved my life. It's what got me here. It's the reason I'm still here.
Oh, your art matters. Yeah, like, it's what got me here.
Got me here. And but that's the language I choose to use. If you have to put it in your own language to say that whatever content you choose to create, it matters. Your voice matters. The world needs your voice. Share it.
Yeah.
Because it will impact people. How would you say?
I don't think I have like a special way to say it.
Say it in there.
And I think that kind of like sells the point of it all. I've met people who speak better than me. I've met people who sound way better than me, who have better language for things that I'm trying to say.
Right.
But I like to think that somebody somewhere needs to hear it from you.
Right.
I like to say some people will never see how beautiful their colors are if they don't get to see yours.
That's it.
It's one of the reasons why we always shout about representation in film, representation in that, is because the fact that you see this, that looks like me.
Yeah.
So if you're ever wondering if your story is story enough, remember that it is your story. And that's story enough.
Yeah. That's enough.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah.